As of high school, I was really interested in criminal law, and I was privileged to intern at high school age in the local DA's office in Kings County, Brooklyn, New York. I had a really great experience. I thought being in court was the most exciting thing ever. Of course, I was heavily influenced by all sorts of propaganda on television, making law dramas sound super exciting and interesting. And so from high school on, between doing mock trial competitions and working at the DA's office, I just always wanted to be a trial attorney. The best piece of advice that I've gotten was to always be honest. Your reputation is what it is, and once it's tarnished, you can't unring that bell, you can't change it, and it's really difficult to get out from underneath something that's perceived either as inaccurate or unfair. So your reputation is very important, and you want people to be able to trust you, and you want to be able to engage in fair and honest discourse in all of your dealings. You wear a lot of hats in a lot of fields, and a lot of times the fields are not an area of your expertise. So one day I might be trying a case that involves medical malpractice during the delivery of an infant, and I'm learning how to read and interpret fetal monitoring strips and to appreciate the difference between the accelerations and decelerations on those strips to know whether or not there's a departure from the standard of care based on the reading of the fetal monitoring strips, having no medical background or training myself. A month later, I might be in trial regarding a construction defect, and I'm trying to understand the weight and length and size of the rebar that was used in the foundation of the building to determine whether or not that met engineering standards and whether it was appropriate. So it is a lot of information, and we are lawyers. We are not experts in the underlying field at issue, and we have to spend a lot of time just learning that information, understanding it, employing experts in the field, and relying on those experts to digest that information to us so that we can understand it and then convey it to a jury in a way that resonates with lay people. I love exploring different cultures, going to different countries, eating food from all over, seeing places that I don't normally have access to in my backyard. I am a huge fan of nature, so I am just the biggest fan of our country's national parks. I think that they are national treasures. They are super well preserved, and it's very humbling to be on a mountain 3,000 feet above sea level, just looking out there to see how tiny people are and how tiny you are in the grand scheme of the universe.